Welcome back to Take 5 and Company. Hey, you ought to look fabulous when you're in the kitchen. Who cares what kind of grueling work you're doing? You got to have a cute apron. And the woman who knows that for sure is Jennifer Ackerman Haywood from the Grand Rapids Press and CraftSanity.com. People might not know this, Jennifer, your apron thing. You have a thing for aprons.
Yeah, and I don't wear them in the kitchen. Yeah. I have a really nasty one I wear in the kitchen.
Yeah, but
I don't wear any of my
clothing.
I wear them as accessories.
Yes, cute.
And it's just what I do. And this year, I've started to run road races in aprons as well, just to make it all the more quirky, right?
Yeah.
Well, this year I'm very fortunate to be on the Fifth Third Riverbank Run Road Warrior team, and you have to apply to be on it, and then they do an interview process, and I think an apron got me on the team. This is the apron I wore for last year's race. I only ran the 10K.
Only, she says.
Well, I signed up for the 25, and I was going to run it, but my training wasn't there. And basically, they were asking people what they run for, and so I made mine kind of quirky, saying I run for apron awareness.
Apron awareness?
Which in part was maybe half in jest, but anyway, that was my distraction, because I was disappointed that I wasn't running the 25.
You thought if you're running in an apron and you're passing men, and
when you beat someone younger than you,
it feels good.
And wearing an apron and you're a mom, it's kind of a funny thing. So that was my distraction.
Yeah.
So anyway, when I went through the process this year to be interviewed, I brought that as my I told the story.
Yeah.
And I think it helped me get on the team. So I've been so inspired by my teammates, because a lot of them have gone through life-threatening issues that they've had to overcome.
Yes.
I mean, it's so inspiring. And I'm the quirky woman on the team with the aprons. But anyway, we've all had a great time training together. And because I'm a road warrior, they've partnered me with a local charity, Safe Haven Ministries, and we're supposed to come up with a way to raise money for our organizations.
Yes.
And I'm terrible at asking people to make donations.
Yes.
So I said, well, why don't we do something with the aprons? And they were already doing a tie campaign where they're going to be making some quilts out of men's ties. And I thought, well, let's try to blend this.
Incorporate them,
so that's what we're doing. We're having a contest, and I want to tell you folks about it. Basically, we're calling, it's kind of an opportunity to tie one on for charity, and we're talking about aprons, not anything else,
Yeah.
And basically what we're asking people to do is make an apron and use a men's tie somewhere in the construction. So basically,
it could be very obvious.
It could be very obvious, like this one's obvious, And I started out just using basic muslin, and honestly got a little bored with the muslin a little bit here.
Yeah. But you can see here's the end of the tie, guys, and then there are ties
this
around
is a little
the edges.
pocket. And then this is the easiest thing to do.
Yes.
Is to make the end of the tie your ties. Because making ties for aprons is kind of a pain.
Yeah.
This is another basic one, just a very basic apron.
Cute.
This one,
oh boy,
sewing them together is a little tricky.
Yeah.
But there's some talented seamstresses in town that can sew circles around me, so this won't be a problem. But oops, I just had the paper spline.
That's okay.
This one though is more my style. Okay.
It's almost like a tool.
It's like
apron.
a little, if you're working at a craft show, or if you're just kind of going around. And this is just easy, because this is an apron. And the point I want to get across too is that you can take any apron pattern, customize it to be a contest entry. And what we're going to do is we're going to give people until, let's see, our deadline is April 19th.
Yes.
We're going to have a show at the Y. And so people will be able to come and see their apron and all the other aprons.
Yeah, that's cute.
The entry fee is free. You just have to be willing to part with your apron.
I got it.
We'll have a chance for people to buy back their apron if they're really attached.
Yes.
I totally understand. I get attached to mine. So any pattern you want to use. This is like one of my all-time favorites, the Emmeline apron.
Yes, that's cute.
That's reversible.
Oh my,
and if I put ties, I made this before the competition, but if you put ties as your, you can, I have that be an entry.
Okay,
so,
and you also are excited to see how people might take ties and make them things you don't know they're ties anymore.
I want people to
like
experiment.
An embellishment.
Yeah, that's just, I took just a strip of fabric and did a basting stitch, pulled it tight into a little flower. So be creative. I want people to be really creative. And
quickly, we've got to talk about Sunday's column, because you do a little work for us, don't you?
Yeah, I have. I'm really fortunate because I've been involved with the craft industry. I get a lot of books coming across my desk, and what I did is took 4 that really inspired me and distracted me a lot from the work I'm supposed to be doing.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell folks about some great books that are out there.
Crafting books. All right. Thank you, Jennifer. Get in on the run, or the contest to make aprons, and the run too. Why not? We'll be right back.